Hey guys, I'm cmasupra and welcome to the Battle of Guam event in War Thunder. The event was available a couple of days ago in simulator battles, and so I decided to just play it for some fun. I played one game as the Japanese and one game as the Americans, and both games that I played ended up being pretty decent games, so I decided to make a video about the event and showcase both of the games that I played in the event a couple of days ago. So the event is Japanese versus Americans. In terms of fighters, the Japanese get the N1K2s and the A6 M5s. The Americans, though, they only get the 3 Corsairs that are available, and the Corsairs are much worse than the Japanese planes, and as a result, the Americans get more planes to compensate for that. In terms of bombers, the Americans get the amazing B-24, which is very deadly to the Japanese very weak and fragile planes. The Japanese get the Ki-49. I don't know which one it is. They're all identical as far as I'm concerned, but they get a Ki-49 for a bomber. So the first game you're seeing here is as the Japanese. I am personally flying the N1K2JA. I don't know what the difference is between the J and the JA. As far as I'm concerned, they're identical. So I just decided to fly the JA because it was repaired, and my J was currently repairing from a game I played a few days ago, in fact. So I'm looking around for some enemies right now. This is actually pretty late into the game. If you look at the top of the screen, you'll notice that the enemies actually have the A point right now. We Japanese players start off with all 3 points, and then slowly the Americans capture the 3 points as time goes on, and they've already captured 1 point, so we're pretty far into the game here. So right now, I just saw some tracers off my left wing, and I see that a Ki-49 is being shot down by some Corsair. Now I will say that when I was playing this particular game, my spotting settings were not quite right. I was messing with them trying to figure out better spotting settings, and the settings I was using for this game were not very good, so I don't actually see the Corsair that's somewhere over there. So I'm diving down and hoping to get below the Corsair and spot him against the sky, because that is much easier than spotting him against the ground. All I know is that he's somewhere over here, and I would really like to be able to find him, because he just killed a person on my team, and I also haven't seen anybody for the entire previous part of the game. I've been flying around doing nothing for quite a while. So as you can see, I dove down, and then I looked behind me, and I think I spotted myself a plane, and in fact I did. When I zoom in, it looks like an American plane, so let's pull up and go attack him, and hopefully not lose him against the ground, because now he is over the ground, and like I said, it is hard to spot against the ground with the settings I was using this game. Luckily, I end up not losing him against the ground. I'm able to watch him as he comes towards me, and he sees me, so he is coming towards me intentionally. And now he is right here, and we are in a turn fight, which is something the Corsair can never win. The N1K2 turns far better than the Corsair. My opponent realizes this apparently, and starts going straight, but it is too little too late. He should never have turned in the first place. So now I'm shooting at him, getting some hits. The Corsair is the durable plane, although my plane has 4 20mm cannons, so they do quite a bit of damage. I do see a tracer going past me on my right side below me, and so I'm thinking there's probably somebody behind me, but I just want to hurry up and kill this guy. I don't want to focus on the guy behind me, because I figure the guy behind me probably won't be able to shoot me. If he's in a Corsair, he's going to have a lot of trouble, most likely. So there we go, I critted this guy, and I look behind me, and there's actually nobody back there. I don't know what I saw go past me, what tracer that was, but there was nobody behind me, so I don't know what that was about. But I do see a plane off to my right over here. Maybe that was the enemy that was shooting at me. Maybe he lost me. That is entirely possible. To be perfectly honest, I really should have checked my 6 when I saw the tracer go by me, but I didn't want to lose the Corsair that was in front of me. Like I said, my spotting settings were not quite good, and I didn't want to lose the Corsair even though he was right in front of me, because if I lost him, he could end up on my 6, and that would be bad. But at least it turned out well for me. So here is the second plane that I have spotted, probably the one that was shooting at me, if anybody was shooting at me, and he wants to get into a turn fight again. This is actually a Hellcat, not a Corsair. I forgot to mention that the Americans do get the Hellcat, but it's not something most people fly because the Corsair is better. But they do get the Hellcat, and that's what this guy is flying. Now the Hellcat can still not outturn the N1K2. It's better at turning than a Corsair is, but it's still not good enough at turning. I'm able to get quite a few hits on this guy, nothing critical though, because my cannons are kind of weak, I have noticed. With the N1K2, they're not as strong as I would have hoped. But I've gotten some hits. He's having some trouble flying. He starts to run away. I look behind me while I can. I actually check my 6 this time like a smart person would do, and there was nobody there, so I continue flying forward. I'm really hoping to catch this guy. We are flying really close to the deck, just skimming the trees. You can hear the leaves rustling in the background. I fire, and wow, he is on fire. Goodbye, 50 cal man. Alright, so that was my second kill so far. 1 Corsair and 1 Hellcat in the N1K2. Like I said at the beginning of the video, the Japanese have better planes in this game, especially the N1K2. It's a very good plane. It outturns everything that the Americans have, and it's also pretty much as fast, if not faster, than them. So the N1K2 was pretty good, and I was able to get the advantage pretty easily over both of those opponents. So then some time passes, and I don't actually find any enemies to shoot at, so I'm trying to find some ground targets to shoot at. I see some AAA firing down there. And then suddenly I see some tracers go under my plane just by pure chance or pure luck. So now I know that there's an enemy over here. It looked like it was a friendly shooting at an enemy, so now I'm trying to find them. I didn't actually see them as they went past me, I only saw the friendly. I do see the friendly behind me, but that was not the one that was shooting. I know that they went somewhere in this direction. I'm trying to look at them against the ground, and then suddenly I see a plane climbing. Hello there. And oh, there's a plane in front of the one that's climbing. So the back one is getting AAA, and we're over enemy territory, which means that the front one is the enemy, because he is not getting AAA from his teammates, or rather his AI teammates, I suppose, down at the ground. So now I'm on the rear of the enemy. I managed to just flip over. I had enough speed to do it, apparently. He was going really slow. And I am on his tail, and let's hope we can try to kill him? No, let's hope we do kill him. That's more like it. The thing in front of me is a Hellcat, by the way, so this will be the second Hellcat I've seen this game. He seems to be trying to kill whichever teammate is in front of me. I fire off a nice long burst. Somehow every single one of those misses, but then I fire another burst here as he's climbing, and I get some hits. Got some hits again there, hopefully, maybe. Yes, I did. Game give me hit credit there. Let's see if I can kill this guy. I almost crashed into the ground there, but I assume he almost did as well. This guy is doing the same thing the previous Hellcat did, flying really close to the ground. I get some more hits on him with that burst. Is he going to try and juke me by going below some hills? He might have tried. I don't know if he tried or not, but it wasn't a steep enough hill for him to lose me. I'm trying really hard to fire at this guy. Got some more hits there, although I don't think they counted as far as the server's concerned. There were only client-side hits. Come on, hit this guy. Used too much rudder there, went too far left. Need to aim better. I turned off my reticle because it's hard to see this guy, and oh, there's a hill in front of me. Okay, this could be a really good shot if he pulls straight up to go over the hill. I fire, and I get a pilot snipe. So that was my third kill this game. Nice little pilot snipe after he went over that hill. Hills are so nice for the person chasing an enemy. But that was my third kill, and I once again flew around for a while, didn't find any enemies. I have actually killed 2 ground targets at this point in the game. I killed 2 just before now. I am looking for a third to go and kill, an artillery piece at the ridge line here. I'm looking, and I don't actually find any to shoot at, but I'm still looking hard. When suddenly I hear a plane go by me, and I look behind me, and it is the last player on the enemy team. They only have 1 player left at this point. So I say, cover me, and immediately 2 other people say, yes sir, and I didn't realize it, but look up here, there's already 2 friendlies over here. I wonder if they were chasing this guy, and this guy just happened to find me. I don't know. But there's now 3 of us on this guy. He's the last one on his team. He doesn't have much of a chance, especially because his plane is worse than all of ours, even if it was a 1v1. Now this is a Corsair, and he is trying to run away, and he is getting successfully away from me. I fire a long burst. I fire way too high though. I thought he was farther away than he was, so I was aiming too high for bullet drop. And then I see another N1K2 teammate going faster than me. I figure, okay, good, you can get this guy. And he crits the Corsair. And the Corsair is now missing a right wing. Excellent. So there we go. That was the game I played in the N1K2 as the Japanese. I managed to get myself 3 kills this game, which is kind of impressive, although flying as the Japanese in this event is easier than flying as the Americans because most fights in simulator battles are one-on-one, and the Japanese will usually win a one-on-one fight against the Americans in this event just because the Japanese have better planes. So the second game I want to show you guys in this video will be as the Americans in a Corsair, and I actually do better in the Corsair. I managed to get myself 4 kills in that game. So I'll be showing you guys that in just a moment here, but first, the ending score screen for this game. So I got 3 aircraft kills, which you can't see because I'm scrolled down in the view thing here, and I managed to get myself 2 ground kills as well while I was just waiting to try and find enemy fighters to shoot down. Now you can see I got 3 air kills, so pretty decent. 10,000 RP, not bad. And now let's go on to the American game, which like I said is going to be the harder game, although I actually did better that game. And here we are in the American game. So this game, I'm flying out the Corsair F4U-1c, which is the Corsair that gets the 4 20mm super duper awesome amazing cannons. I really like the cannons a lot, if you can't tell. The cannons make this my favorite Corsair, so I am flying this Corsair out in the event. It is worth mentioning at the beginning of this game that the Americans are actually at a pretty big disadvantage in this particular game. Remember how in the Japanese game I said that the Japanese get the better planes and so the Americans get more planes to compensate for that? Well, not this game. The Japanese get the same number of planes as the Americans, so the Americans are at a pretty big disadvantage here because the Japanese have the better planes, like I said in the Japanese game. But I will still make the best of it because I managed to get myself 4 kills this game, and you should always try to get as many kills as you can and not just say, I give up and die. That would be lame. So, I'm tracking 2 dots here in front of me. I saw the B-24 on my team, but there's 2 other dots I don't know what they are. I see them flying together, and I am going to go after them here, but pretty soon you'll watch me turn around, and there will be something there. There will be something very dangerous there, in fact. And here it is. So you saw me look around, I even had to do a double take on it, like, wait a second, there's a dot behind me, what? Why is there a plane behind me? Who is up here at 4 kilometers with me? Who climbs this high in a simulator battle? Most people don't. I mean, I did this game, but that's because I'm at a disadvantage, and I'm in a Corsair. Corsairs, you pretty much have to go high, because the only way you can do anything is boom and zoom. So, there is somebody up here with me. I'm trying to figure out, is that a friendly or an enemy? And I'm pretty sure that it's an enemy based on the wing shape. And, so I decided to dive down and use my only advantage to my advantage, which is something you should always do in any plane. My one advantage in the Corsair is dive speed. The N1K2 and the A6M5 have a max dive speed of around 600 to 700 kilometers an hour. The Corsair can go over 800 kilometers an hour in a dive, as you will be able to see in this dive, so my one advantage is my dive speed, and I definitely use that to my advantage here. I dove all the way down from 4 kilometers up to about 1 kilometer up, and I'm going 800 kilometers an hour, going really fast, and I am away from the enemy. So now I'm going to use the terrain to my advantage here. I had a bunch of trouble spotting in the Japanese game, so I figured I'd try and use the spotting mechanic to my advantage again here. I'm flying low to the ground, making my black dot hard to see for the enemy. I'm also using the mountains in front of me to make me hard to see, and I am pretty sure I've lost the enemy at this point. I don't even see him behind me anymore. I saw him a little while ago when he came out of the clouds, but I don't see him anymore because he's so far away. So I figured at this point I am safe. I'm just going to keep going this way, and then I'm going to go into a slight climb so I can climb somewhere else and get above him and hopefully dive down on top of him. At least that's the goal, if I can spot him again. Who knows if I'll be able to spot him again. So once I climb back up, I'm actually above the cloud I dove through just a bit ago, diving away from that enemy. It's off to my right side. I spot another enemy over here getting AAA, and that's friendly AAA, and I think that it's chasing a friendly plane, so I type 6 in chat telling people to check their 6. I am watching this plane, whatever it is, I don't know what it is yet, but I'm watching it fly through, and I'm going to dive down on it, and hopefully be able to kill it and save whoever it was that it was chasing, but as you can see at the bottom right corner, it was actually chasing Force of G in his Corsair. And he manages to crit Force of G, so I am not going to be able to save my teammate. He will die here pretty soon, but let's see if we can get the 0 anyways. So I'm diving down, going really fast. I fire, and that 0 is definitely dead. I got his pilot, and he's on fire. There's no way he's surviving that, especially because I already got the kill on him. So that's 1 enemy down. There's only 4 of us left on my team and 5 enemies left on the enemy team, so quite an uphill battle still to go, but it is 1 enemy down. So after that, I did decide to climb up once again. I'm up at 3.5 kilometers once again, and I spot AAA shooting at something here. It is once again friendly AAA. I can see the enemy over the water. I'm checking to make sure it is friendly AAA, and it is, and now I get to dive on whatever this is. I still don't know what it is, but let's go dive on it and hopefully be able to kill it. What is this object that I am chasing? It is a Japanese plane. I can see the green camo and red dots, but I don't know what it is. It looks like it might be a bomber of some sort. I do have cannons, which is awesome against bombers, though, so that'll be good. Oh, he's shooting at me. I fire, and I get some hits, and then I dive below him. Ow, you hit me. How rude. You're not supposed to hit me. So I don't dive up, that's weird. I climb up, and I'm trying to loop above him and dive on him once again, but I get a cloud between me and him, which sucks because I can't follow him through the cloud. I'm trying to use my artificial horizon here to flip myself over again and be oriented correctly. I get out of the cloud, I look around, where is this bomber? I expected him in front of me, but he wasn't there. I look left, he's not there. I look right, and there he is going into the cloud right as I look right, and no, I can't follow him in the cloud. He's being smart, but it's so annoying. He also bombed the base just below me before going in the cloud, so I have been ineffective. I failed to save our base. I am a failure. Not really, but he did bomb the base, and he's being smart using the clouds, but it is really annoying. So anyways, I go looking for him and don't find him for quite a while, but I do find another dot in front of me. It's my B-24 and a Ki-49 that he's working on killing. It's two bombers facing each other up there, and then I see above me, there's another Ki-49. Hello there. Might as well get some shots on you. I get some hits, nothing critical once again. Fire some more, and look at him. And oh, there's a zero up there. Okay, dive away. Cover me, somebody. Oh, I'm diving away, and I accidentally, in the process of diving, flip my plane upside down, but luckily I can flip it back over because my right wing is not too damaged. I flipped over because my right wing was damaged, but it wasn't too damaged where I couldn't flip back over and be right side up. So I'm diving away from the zero. It looks like I had much more energy than the zero had. He is not giving chase, or at least I can't see him behind me. You can see my cockpit is pretty messed up right now. There's some holes in it. My right wing is also messed up. I'm looking for that zero, making sure he's not following me, and it seems that he's not. So with that information, I go back to base, I land, I repair, and I once again climb up to a decent altitude and begin looking for enemies again. So can I find an enemy? Maybe so. I seem to have found a dot behind me. Alright, let's turn into him. He's over the water, not over the land, so it's easier to spot him right now, and I would like to keep it that way. But he's gone over the land, and I don't see him. There he is. Okay. So he's coming up to me, and he has a lot of energy. He's going to catch me, so time to use my one advantage against the Japanese planes again. Time to dive. Is he going to follow me in this dive? It looks like he is, so hopefully I'll be able to go faster than he can go. I'm not diving from up at 4 kilometers. I was only at like 2,500 meters, so I'm not going to be able to go 800 kilometers an hour again, but I will be able to still run away from him because his engine will be weaker than mine. Because it looked like a zero, it didn't look like an it didn't look like an N1K2, so I'll be able to run away from him. He is giving chase though. My only other teammate right now is a B-24. Everybody else died. So I'm using this B-24, B-24. I'm hoping to use his gunners. I see him over there. I'm making sure that is the B-24 and not an enemy bomber. And I'm not just gonna go say, hi, enemy bomber, shoot me with your gunners. That'd be stupid of me. So I'm gonna use the B-24's gunners. And I'm actually having trouble spotting the zero right now. I actually lost him against the ground once again, which is not good, but I have done it, and so I'm looking for the guy. I'm putting the bomber between me and him, and I'm hoping the bomber will open up on the enemy and reveal him to me, because gunners have an amazing ability to see everything and anything, but they don't. So I'm looking for this guy manually. I'm diving down, hoping to get below him and spot him against the ground, or rather against the sky. I might see him in front of me, not sure. You notice at the top of the screen that the tickets are equal right now. Both the enemy team and my team have an equal number of tickets, and they're both almost depleted, so this is kind of tense. I'd really like to win this game. Hello there, Ki-49. Might as well send some shots your way since you're right here and I'm right here. I get some more hits, just like I did the previous 2 times I went and attacked a KI-49. Not doing too well with these cannons against the KI-49, surprisingly. Ooh, something's hitting AAA over there. Probably an enemy. I don't know what it is, but it's probably an enemy. Let's go that way. Hopefully the Zero is not chasing me. I don't know if he is or not, but hopefully he's not. What is the thing that I have spotted over here? I can't tell yet. That looks like a fighter, whatever that is. Let's go attack him. He's more of a threat than a bomber. But then, I think I saw a different dot? I'm not sure. I can't really tell as I'm watching this to commentate it. But I find some enemy down there, and I decide to give some chase. Yes, I decided to give him some chase. No, I decided to give chase and hopefully kill whatever it is. Is that a bomb that just went off down there? Who knows what that was? Chasing this guy, that is a KI-49. That might be the same one I just shot at, I don't know, but I'm gonna shoot some more at him. I managed to miss all those shots. They're sparking off of him. And there we go, some hits at least, but still nothing critical on a KI-49. So I pull up, I look behind me, I spot him again. I'm gonna do a loop this time without a cloud being in my way, so I can actually do a loop and hopefully kill him this pass. We'll have to see if I am able to kill him. I use combat flaps to make me flip over faster. Alright, KI-49, let's try again. Hopefully this pass will kill you. Ooh, I set him on fire! Excellent! Oh yes, and that is JG2 Douchey. Douchey? One of the two. But he's on fire, and he's probably going down now. Critical hit. And then my teammate, one of my teammates who is dead, the one that I was trying to save for my first kill when I killed that Zero earlier this game, he says 2 on your 6, and I'm thinking me or the B-24, so I ask mine. Is it my 6? Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, there's 2 guys behind me apparently, and I don't see either one of them against the ground, so I decided to go lower slightly. I end up getting the kill on the KI-49, which is excellent, and he will not be repairing. He is permanently dead. And now I think I see the 2 dots, or at least one of them, that my teammate was talking about. He says I have distance, and I do see that I have distance against the dot that I see, so I make a turn. I'd like to start heading towards my base, as well as going into a slight climb. It'd also be good to get this guy above the water instead of over the land, but I'm not able to do that, and instead I decide to turn around because my teammates said they're over the airfield now. So the enemies, or the enemy that I saw was sticking over the airfield, and so I'm going over the airfield, and I'm trying to find at least one of the enemies, if not both of them. And I can see that one is landing at the very edge of the runway, and my teammate says that there is one at the edge of the runway. I thank him for that information, and I'm going to go base strafe the guy who just landed. It looks like it is the bomber as well. Alright, guy. My teammate did say that the other one was at my low 3 o'clock, but I'm just ignoring him for now. I figure he's a 0, I'll be able to run away from him. Now the bomber did just respawn, I fire at him, I get a whole bunch of shots, and I get an aircraft destroyed, so he will now have to take the time to repair his plane once again, if he can repair, that's assuming. I don't know if he can or not, but if he can, he'll have to wait to repair it once again. Now, there are only 2 enemies left, and one of them is the one that I strafed, the bomber I strafed. The other guy is in a 0. I don't know where the 0 is, but the bomber is now dead, even though he's on the ground, repairing. But he is dead, and if I can kill the 0 before the bomber repairs, we will have won this game. Remember, if you look at the top, we are really close to winning, and we're also really close to losing right now. So I'd really like to win this game, and I can do that if I can find this 0. So I'm looking for the 0. My teammate is helping me out here. He's helping me spot. He also wants a victory, I guess. It was nice of him to stick around and help me spot these guys, because I can't spot very well at all this game. I'm looking for the 0. My teammate said that he was near the airfield, which makes sense. He's probably circling the airfield, trying to protect the bomber, and wanting to use the bomber's guns to his advantage, as well as any AAA that might be at the airfield. Although I don't think there is any. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think there is any because I'm not getting shot at by AAA. Where is the Zero? I go all the way to the deck to try and find out where the Zero is. I can hopefully spot him against the sky. He's not behind me on my right, he's not on my right, he's not in my front right. I look on my left this time. My teammate says he's looking for the Zero, he doesn't see him either. On your 6, okay, the Zero is behind me. I don't actually see the Zero behind me, but I am happy that my teammate has given me this info. My teammate helped me out so much right now in this game. It was amazing how much he helped me out. I am actually quite glad that he decided to stay and help me win the game. Remember, my only other living teammate right now is the B-24. Hopefully he can do something in terms of bombing stuff and helping us get more tickets than the opponents and winning us this game. I did shoot down the bomber, although he is repaired, I believe, at this point and taking off, if he's not already up in the air. But at least I delayed the enemy bomber from doing things for a little while by shooting him down. So I turned around, and I'm diving once again to try and find this Zero. I figure he's probably somewhere far behind me, and so I'm diving down, looking in front of me, trying to find him. Where is he in front of me? I'll go for a head-on. I don't mind doing it. My plane is much more durable than his is. I also have more cannons than he does. So I'm looking for this guy. I don't see him. So I just decide to pull up. I look at the airfield, looking for that bomber. I don't know if I saw the bomber or not, but I do know that the bomber eventually repaired. My teammate says that the enemy is behind me. Directly behind me. Okay. I think I see him. I decide to flip over, and I think I have now lost the guy to the trees. So I zoom in, I'm looking for him. Do I see him? No, I don't see him. Still flipping over. Trying to find this guy. Where could he have gone? He was right behind me. I saw him for a little while there and then lost him. AAA is shooting, but I'm pretty sure that's enemy AAA shooting at me, not the enemy. I look behind me and oh, there he is. Okay, Zero. Now I can see you because you're close enough to render and not just be a black dot against some dark trees. Okay, let's make a slight left. Let's bring you over the water as well, because I can actually spot you over the water better than I can spot you over the land. So let's drag you out over the water and hopefully kill you. I don't see him anymore. He's against the ground somewhere. I'm trying to spot him out the right side, tilting my plane even to try and spot him. I really wish it was easier to see out the back of Corsairs. It's so annoying. It's even worse with the HE-162. That plane is impossible to see out the back of. Alright, here we go. I have dragged the enemy over the water. I can see his dot over the water. This is great. I can spot him over the water. I'll be able to climb up. I'm faster than he is. I'll be able to climb higher than he is by doing a zoom climb, and then I will loop over onto the top of him and kill him. That is my goal. At least that's my goal, if I can continue spotting him. I actually just lost him now as I was playing, so I can't see him anymore. This is wonderful. I try zooming in a little bit, hoping to see him. I don't see him. I don't know where he is. Oh, this is so annoying. Why can't I spot? If only I was using better spotting settings when I played this game. I wasn't, though. I know he's getting shot at by friendly AAA, I just don't see him. Oh well, getting close to the edge of the map. I'm gonna have to turn around sometime soon. Let's just go ahead and do it now. Go ahead and do the climb, the zoom climb. I guess not quite yet. I'm doing more of a steeper climb than I was before, but not a zoom climb yet. Now comes the zoom climb. Okay, time to loop over him. I don't actually see where he is, but I'm hoping that he will follow the zoom climb and try to shoot at me, and then I'll see him, and he will stall out before I do, and then I'll be able to go down on him and kill him. That is the hope anyways. I'm going extremely slow, though. Extremely slow. So I end up having to dive down. I'm looking for the guy. I know he's somewhere behind me. I wasn't able to do my actual loop that I wanted to do. So I dive down, And I say I lost him, I don't see him. Where is he? Looking behind me, I fully expect him to be there, and then suddenly I see him! Okay, there you are, guy. Let's just go ahead and do another loop without taking any extra time to gain more speed. And hopefully I'll be able to kill you this time, guy. I'm being very careful not to lose him. I'm doing everything I can to fly as stable as I can, look as stably as I can, and track him against the water. And I have succeeded. He is now in front of me. I am zoomed in to a point where I can't lose him. I'm flying smoothly. He's in front of me. He probably lost me himself as well. He's probably having as much trouble spotting as I was this game. That's why he doesn't know that I'm behind him. He's not doing evasive maneuvers. And I fire. I got some hits. Continue. There we go. Nice long burst, and I take off his right wing. And that is another kill for me. I believe the third kill this game? No, the fourth kill this game. So that was my fourth kill this game. There's only one guy left now, and it is the bomber I strafed on his airfield earlier. And I don't actually end up finding the bomber. Like I said, he did repair, so the game is not over yet. The tickets at the top of the screen, as you can see, are equal. We have the same number of tickets on both teams, but my teammate and his B-24 actually destroys a destroyer before the game is over. And so we end up winning this game, which is amazing and awesome, because it was such a close game, and we were at such a disadvantage with our Corsairs fighting N1K2s and Zeros, although I think it was entirely Zeros and KI-49s that the enemy team had. But we were still at a pretty big disadvantage, because the A6M5, in my opinion, is better than the Corsair. I do far better in the A6M5 than I ever do in a Corsair, even though the Corsair is faster. So, anyways, like I said, I don't end up finding the bomber before the game is over. You can see my B-24 teammate just destroyed a destroyer, and we are about to win the game here. So now, rather than letting you guys watch the game play out rather boringly because nothing happens, let's go ahead and go to the ending score screen for this game. And here we are. So in this game, flying the Corsair F4U-1c, I managed to get myself 4 air kills, which is pretty impressive. That is 1 more than I got in the N1K2 game, even though we were at a pretty big disadvantage this game as the Americans. We ended up winning both the Japanese game and the American game, thanks to the B-24 on my team in the American game. He did his job as a bomber and bombed targets, and reduced the enemy's ticket count, especially at the end when he destroyed the destroyer and basically won us the game. So anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. It was a rather long one, but I think it was still enjoyable. So hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.